Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Achad, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakha Hakodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel, as well as peace, health, and wellness to the house of David the elect. I was a high spirit wind lawyer. Today I want to go into a live stream entitled The Planet Earth is Medicine. All right, the planet Earth is medicine. All right, and the proof of that statement, all right, and that declaration, to back that declaration up, um, Sirach 38. All right, Sirach 38, where it says medicines come from the earth. Now, contrary to Esau's belief, or Esau's forge of lies, all right, medicines come from the ground, from the earth. All right, if you really think about it, based off the little information that I have about the soil, all right, you're supposed to walk barefooted on the ground. You go to a park, you go somewhere where it's clean enough, you're supposed to walk barefooted, because if you think about it, the soil is like a powerhouse. All right, everything comes from the soil. So it only, and then your the bottom of your feet are like pores. They're like open receptors. So this is you can just think about it in a way that you would put a plug into an outlet. All right, if the soil is like the power source, all right, and you walk on the soil, and the bottom of your feet, that's the open receptor to the rest of your body. You're really healing yourself and probably energizing yourself. And I only said probably because it's been a while since I looked up an article on that or heard a brother talking about it. But if you walk barefooted on the soil, that's like healing yourself. You know, it's a charge, because the planet Earth, all right, is medicine. And I got this off inspiration, in which I looked up an article on it, because I'm gonna give you a backstory on it, man. Elder Yashawamba, the beloved brother Elder Yashawamba, pulled up an article about how a cat's vibration, a cat's when a cat purr, it's like a pulse. It's like a vibration, and it's a healing vibration that heals the bones in your body. It heals a lot of different elements, a lot of different imbalances. All right, people who have a lot of mental health issues or any type of issues, a lot of those health issues diminish or decrease once they have a pet cat, because that cat, it vibrates, it purrs. Okay, but at this point right now, I just so happen to have a little kitten, man. All right, I'm like, and it purrs as though it's not real, like it's a robot or something, you know. But I was inquisitive about it, because it felt like a frequency. So those through the spirit, I realized that it was a frequency. It was a vibration, but it's a healing frequency. And Elder Yashwama put up the article, but I'm only saying all that to say the planet Earth is medicine. Water is medicine. All right. The leafy greens in the earth, most of the herbs are what color? They're green. Green is a sign of medicine. When you think of medicine, you should really think of plants. All right. When you think of herbs, most herbs are green or brown. The frequency and the frequency of healing and health and vitality is green. Green is a healing frequency. All right. It represents life, and not only the color green, the actual food, greens, plural greens. It ain't just some sharecropping country, you know, old timer, something that Big Mama used to cook up. No, that's life. Mustard greens, collard greens, turnip greens. All right. And Jake doesn't have enough of that in his diet, and that's in part, that's why Jake is sick. All right, Jake is sick. All right, because he doesn't have any life in his body. If you think about the movie Lion King, the original Lion King that came out in about 1994, all right, there was a contrast of the kingdom when Mufasa ruled it, and there was the kingdom when Scar ruled it. And that's like your body. All right, your body is like the earth. It's like a kingdom. And then when you have that standard American diet, burgers, fries, greasy fried food, that's like your inner kingdom is under the rulership of Scar or Esau. All right. But when you have that more alkaline diet, that alkaline way of eating, that life way of eating, the way of eating that's reflective of what comes out of the planet Earth. All right. That's the rulership under Mufasa or Yahushai. You see? All right, but the planet Earth is medicine. That's why the gemstones, the gemstones is medicine. All right, the gemstones is medicine. You see? Rose quartz helps alleviate headaches, relieve headaches, man. You got this this artist, I think his name was Young Wildin, like Young Wildin, but it was called Good Energy. Then he started rapping about the gemstones. He was like the amethyst, that rose quartz, that fluorite. Now look up the healing properties of fluorite. Look up the healing properties of amethyst. All right. Is the earth at a lower vibration? All right, because of who is in power? Yes. But nonetheless, the earth is medicine. All right. And we only know an inkling of what we're going to know in the kingdom. All right, look at these chemtrails. Look at this motherfucking devil poisoning earth, man. Poisoning the people on the planet, man. The fuck out of here. But when we walk into a building, when we walk into an establishment, people get scared. When the Israelites walk into an establishment, people get afraid. This damn devil is flying chemtrails all over the planet, man. I believe those are chemtrails. Those fly, But going back to gemstone, when you put on gemstones, you're wearing medicine, man. Because you are a source of energy. Your spirit is energy. And your spirit has a vibration, it has an aura, it has a field, it has an energy field. And when you wear certain gemstones, you're enriching that energy field with the mineral content, all right, from that gemstone. All right. Not to get all deep, but nonetheless, you're wearing medicine. And when you wearing gemstones, it's like taking herbs. A lot of times you don't feel things overnight, but over a few weeks you realize you don't have a particular ailment anymore. All right, like I said, it happens within a few weeks. Could be a few days, but after a period of time, and most likely you're gonna forget about it. You're gonna realize, like, damn, I used to have a particular ailment, and now I no longer have that ailment. You see? Nonetheless, gemstones come from the earth. You see? Gemstones come from the earth. But, I mean, it's pretty much the point. The earth itself is medicine. The flowers are medicine. I could think of a couple of flowers off the bat. Calendula, all right, lavender, Brother can help me out for brothers that's tuned in, but that's medicine, man. And we have a fucked up culture here where the elect, the house of David, the body of Yahushai is getting their heritage back, because really you're supposed to take the earth in all aspects of the day. The incense consists of resins or the essence of flowers infused in the incense. That's medicine that's being permeated throughout your living space, man. Okay? Then you make a tea. Your woman makes a tea in the morning. All right, the tea consists of what? Medicine. The herbs. All right? Look at Ammon and how healthy they are. Look at Elon, man. All right? And they eat, a lot of them eat like Ammon. They still eat garbage. They're still heathen, but they have a better system than us, man. All right. But like I said, you drink a tea in the morning time as a stimulant. All right. As a expectorant, help expel mucus out of your throat, or it could be, I forget the word, but helps you relieve your bowels. All right. But that's medicine. You see. Then your first breakfast might be fruit. Think of mango. Think of pineapples. Think of something that's warm, something citrus, like the sun. All right, but that's the first thing you introduce to your body. All right, you're eating the little replicas of the sun. And what does the sun do? It gives you energy. So it's like when you're eating mango and pineapple, it's like you're eating little suns. You know, sun, sun, that sun. All right, that's medicine. That's the earth. You're eating the earth. That's not saying be fully vegan or fully plant-based, but catch my drift. This is produce, man. This is what the earth produces. This is what the soil, Amaratazar produce. Mother Earth produce. Okay. You know. Then you might have a full course meal, but guess what? Later that day you have a full course meal. But of course you got to put the leafy greens in there. You got to put the onions in there, the mushrooms. All right. Damn, I thought pedestrians get the right of way. Never mind. All right. But you get the onions. That's Satan though. Satan get active, man. Satan petty as hell. All right. But hey, the mushrooms and the onions and the garlic. See, Elam, they season the herbs in their food, and they make sauces full of herbs, full of turmeric and cumin, and yeah, that's medicine, man. So really, in every aspect of your living, you're supposed to have medicine. Then, sisters, all right, in this truth, all right, they get those herbs, all right, and they get those different flowers, and they make oils, lotions, balms. That's so you're wearing medicine, but it all comes from Amaratazah, which ultimately comes from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But when Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, specifically Yahweh Shai and this elect men, his elect angels, his elect entities, when they crafted the earth together, they crafted it to be an energetic powerhouse. You know, like you've seen the movie Avatar, but that was Genesis in the beginning. It's paradise. But we still have a relic of that paradise, man. And it can still be utilized, man. You see? Shalom, shalom. The sun is medicine. If you step out in the morning time, get your morning walk and let that sun hit you in the morning time around sunrise and your body slowly heats up, man, the sun is giving you vitamin D. I want to say serotonin for the day and melatonin for the night. You have better sleep based off what you did in nature in the morning time, man. Okay. So basically, the uh part of Israel's clothing, part of Israel's culture is to incorporate earth and nature into their everyday life. And you know, and just how chronic pain, chronic illnesses come from Yahweh Bahashem Shai, healing comes from Yahweh Bahashem Shai. You know? But a lot of us, bro, a lot of us can have a high vitality life in the context of being in Babylon. We can have a better life and a more enriched life just by putting the earth into our life, man. I know sometimes, let's say I got the day off, man, and I just be kind of like laying down. I just feel imbalanced or incomplete until I light an incense. Then when I light an incense, it's like, I feel better. You know what I mean? Just the incense, the music. Hey, Yahweh Bahashem Shai created music, man. Music heals, man. But what is music? It's sounds, it's frequencies, man. So with the right musician, the right compositions, you're listening to medicine. All right. You got certain songs that's being played at a healing frequency that when you play it, people get all emotional. It's this little Jake. You can look it up. I think it was on American Idol or Britain's Got Talent. It was one of them. But the little Jake, yeah, kind of high vibrations for the spirit. The little Jake, he sang a song, but the song was at 432 hertz. So he sang the song at 432 hertz, and he sounded like a little angel. And all the Edomites in the crowd was getting all fucking evoked and emotional and stuff, man. You know, they were getting all emotional, man. You know, but the earth is medicine. The flowers, the plants, the roots, the stones, the birds chirping. The brother was breaking down birds chirp. That chirping is at a certain frequency. It's a healing frequency. You know, even the earth resonates at a frequency. I think it's 7 hertz, but that's at a frequency, man. All right. Even science has proven that if you have a painting of nature, that heals your brain. A painting of nature. Science also proves that what's going on now? People are more confrontational when they are away from nature. You know? So that goes into the power of nature, and the dominant colors of nature is blue and green. You see? The dominant colors in nature is blue and green. Okay? So our one of our jobs, one of our duties is to really withdraw from this generic kingdom in which 99% of the things that Esau sells to you is demonic. Like, go to a grocery store, 99%, 97%, 95% of what he sells is bullshit. It's when I say bullshit, I mean something that was engineered in some laboratory, packaged and sold to you and me. It's bullshit. And it has nothing to do with your earth. It has nothing to do with your body, your earth suit. It has no healing or dealing with your earth suit. There's no way that the intelligence within your earth suit can utilize what Esau has made in his laboratory. There's no way that the intelligence within your earth suit can utilize that, man. But you notice when you eat from the earth, and when I say from the earth, hey, in our culture, hey, you have a cow, you got the lamb, you got the deer Vincent, but we just, for the most, in our culture, we didn't have these concentration camps, man. Okay? 1 second, let me get in my car. What we did not have, all right, is these animals being mass grown, steroid injected, just sick, you know. And we know how to eat within context, eat the meat within context. Okay? But when we eat for life. We eat to live and eat to heal. Because even herbs is still eating it, you know. So food comes from the earth. It doesn't come from a fucking facility, some fucking plant, man. It comes from the planet. Food doesn't come from a plant. It comes from a planet. The only plant that it comes from is a plant that's from the planet. Okay? Plant life. All right? Plant life is life. All right? But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. All right. I feel pretty good that I was able to get it in at the park. You know, as far as being in nature after work. As you can see, I got my work clothes on. But, you know, because I got to get that medicine in. You know, you in a warehouse, there's no fucking nature. You know, you're in a box, basically, in a cage. But then when you go out in nature, your spirit feels it, you know. Like I said, I hope this is a edifying live stream. Once again, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Abashai, Bahashim Chakodash. Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba Baal, Kum Yasha'Allah, Shalom.